The story of Park Shin-hye's unique position in the Korean entertainment industry begins with a departure from the normal script. While the typical path to stardom in South Korea involves a long, publicly visible apprenticeship, years of small roles, struggles, and gradual recognition, Park Shin-hye's trajectory was markedly different. A successful child actor, she transitioned almost seamlessly to leading adult roles in major television dramas while still in her teens. This rapid ascent, bypassing the traditional paying of dues, was noted early on by media and industry observers. Some profiles highlighted her as a prodigy, but alongside this admiration, a parallel narrative began to form in online communities and media commentary. This narrative questioned whether such immediate top-tier success was earned or bestowed, setting a foundational tension that would follow her career. This tension manifested most persistently in ongoing public discourse about her acting methodology. Following her leading role in the 2009 drama You're Beautiful, which was a significant commercial success, critical conversations in online forums such as Napan and DC Inside began to frequently include a specific critique. Commenters and some media recaps repeatedly used phrases like limited emotional range or passive expression, particularly in reference to her portrayals of kind-hearted, often suffering female leads. This critique intensified with subsequent mega hits like The Heirs 2013 and Pinocchio 2014. Despite these dramas achieving record-breaking viewership ratings, the online dialogue frequently separated the show's popularity from assessment of her performance. News outlets would report on both the ratings' success and the simultaneous bubbling criticism on social media, where netizens would dissect her scenes frame by frame, creating GIFs and image boards to support arguments about her expressiveness. The scale of the projects she chose, or that chose her, became a significant amplifier of this criticism. Park Shin-hye consistently starred in some of the most highly anticipated and widely consumed dramas of her era. With this immense exposure came an exponentially larger audience of critics. Industry analysts note that in the hyper-competitive landscape of Hallyu, lead actors in flagship dramas become proxies for the show's overall reception. When portions of the audience were dissatisfied with a plot twist in The Heirs or found the medical storyline in Doctors 2016 lacking, significant portions of that backlash were directed at her as the central figure. Fan wars between supporters of different lead actors within these dramas also contributed, with her performance often becoming a battleground topic. This phenomenon was documented by entertainment news sites, which would publish articles aggregating mixed reactions to her performances, further legitimizing the controversy as a mainstream topic. A recurring element in media coverage of Park Shin-hye was the comparative analysis with her peers. It became commonplace for entertainment news articles and talk show segments to position her against other actresses of her generation. For instance, following the success of Jun Ji-hyun in My Love from the Star 2013, multiple online publications and video commentaries posed direct comparison questions to readers. Similarly, the rise of actresses like Kim Tae-ri in films or the acclaimed television performances of others like Park Bo-young was often framed in public discourse as a contrast to Park Shin-hye's style. This was not merely fan debate. It was reflected in mainstream media headlines that asked which actress was more successful or who had better acting skills, consistently placing her within a competitive framework that invited public judgment. The dynamic entered a new phase with the announcement of her personal life. In November 2021, her agency, SALT Entertainment, confirmed her pregnancy and marriage to actor Choi Tae-jun. Official reports stated the wedding would be held in January 2022. While official media outlets and fellow celebrities publicly offered congratulations, data from social media analytics and trending topic lists showed a concurrent surge in less celebratory discourse. On platforms like Twitter and online community boards, discussions proliferated with speculations about her career trajectory. Many comments documented in news reports about the public reaction questioned whether this marked the end of her era as a romantic lead or speculated that she would fade away like other actresses before her. This reflected a documented, though often unspoken, industry bias, where marriage and motherhood frequently lead to a reduction in leading roles for top actresses. Her professional choices following motherhood were immediately placed under a microscope. Her next project, the 2022 sci-fi drama Sisyphus: The Myth, was a highly anticipated comeback. Prior to its premiere, news articles focused intensely on her return to the screen after her personal milestones. When the drama premiered to low ratings and critical panning, with reviewers criticizing the convoluted plot and direction, the subsequent public and media analysis disproportionately centered on her performance performance. Headlines from major Korean news portals reported on the drama's failure and directly linked it to questions about Park Shin-hye's continued star power and appeal. Online, the previous criticisms resurfaced with renewed vigor, with many commenters stating the drama proved she could not carry a project on her own, often isolating her performance from the widely acknowledged script and production issues. The business decisions surrounding her career also became part of the public record. Following Sisyphus, there was a noted gap in her television project. Reports in outlets like Dispatch and Star News documented her agency's statements about her being selective with future scripts. However, parallel reports and industry insider leaks cited by various media suggested that the range of offers she received had evolved, with fewer mainstream romantic lead positions. This shift is consistent with broader industry patterns reported by the Korean Film and Actors Associations, which have noted the challenging career transitions for married actresses. Her eventual return in the 2023 drama Dr. Slump was framed by media as a cautious comeback in a more familiar genre, with reviews and public reaction showing a slightly muted but still present undercurrent of her long-standing career narrative. Throughout this timeline, Park Shin-hye and her agency have occasionally directly addressed the public perception. In a documented 2015 interview with a magazine, she acknowledged being aware of the always the same criticism, stating she was working to show new sides of herself. Her agency has also issued formal statements in response to particularly viral waves of online criticism, denouncing malicious comments and false rumors. These official responses were reported by news agencies, adding another layer to the public record of the ongoing dialogue between the star and her audience. The culmination of these reported events presents a documented case study in Hallyu celebrity culture. From her non-traditional rise to the sustained acting debates fueled by online communities and media comparisons, through the industry shift following her marriage, each phase was tracked and amplified by Korea's intensive media ecosystem and engaged netizen culture. The controversies were rarely about legal scandals or moral failures, but rather a persistent public negotiation of her merit, her choices, and her place in a rapidly evolving industry. A negotiation played out in news headlines, online comment sections, and ratings reports, creating a unique and well-documented career trajectory in modern Korean entertainment.